The Crash Course Live is presented by DerbyParts.com, GH Graphics, and their Junket Apparel line. The 2015 Bash for Cash, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, Memorial Day Weekend 2015. Blizzard Bash 2014, November 14th to 16th. Topeka Expo Center, Topeka, Kansas. Ciopap Racing and CiopapRacing.com. And the New Alex Lions Club. This is the Crash Course Demolition Derby podcast coming to you live from the New Alex Lions Club Fall Cleanup Derby in New Alexandria, Pennsylvania. And now your host, Chris Markworth.
And here we are, live crash course right here trackside at the New Alex Lions Club. We're going to try and figure out how to get there. We go. Little by little, we'll get this thing figured out. Just got in, last possible minute, joining me here tableside as we prepare for action kickoff at 8 o'clock. We've got Ben Haust to my left, Josh Decker to my right. Guys, welcome to the New Alex Lions Club. Here we are, and boy, there are a lot of cars here.
No, it's pretty exciting, Chris. A lot of great iron pulling in here right now. Just a little mix of everything.
I mean, Ben is going to be climbing inside of a car a little bit later on. We've also got Josh is going to be in a car as well. You guys have your work cut out for you through the course of this evening.
Yeah, there's some, like I said, there's some really good iron pulling out there.
Yeah, this track is pretty huge. It's a good-sized track, but hopefully it looks like it's semi-dry on the top side, so hopefully it stays that way.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that we talked about is what the track conditions are going to be like. This track looks like it's in really good shape. 8 heats so far scheduled to be on the track through the course of this evening. I mean, what's some of your thoughts in terms of this place running in? Because this isn't a clay-based track per se, so it's not like it's going to have a real hard base to it, but they haven't put a ton of water down. It shapes up for an 8-heat night. That track's going to be awful grippy by the end of the evening.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You can see on the top side of the track, top side from where we are, it looks a little bit drier than the wet side. Some corners look a little mucky, but like you say, I think we've been here for half an hour and already you can see it drying out there.
We got lawnmowers. You can hear the lawnmowers in the background. We've also got the Pro Mods, which Ben is going to be in one of the Ciopap Racing Wagons a little bit later on. And
yeah,
I'm so excited for Ben. I'm so excited for you, Ben. It's going to be just an awesome ride.
You know, Ben, what's some of your thoughts on that? It's got to be one of the wildest rides you've ever sat behind the wheel of.
Yeah, I'm pretty beyond excited. So when somebody tells you, here, run the heck out of the car and have a good time with it, and I'm looking forward to it. And there's a lot of big names, a lot of people I've watched for years, and it's an honor for me to be on the track with them. So,
what you should do, Ben, is you should bought some Bengay, some hot patches, some ice, because you're gonna be sore tomorrow, man.
You know what? But it don't make no difference.
No.
I have a good time. I have a lot of fun when I'm driving, and it feels real good to be back in a car that hard, pretty much.
How long has it been since you've driven a car? I mean, I think the last time that we saw you in a car on the track was Hartford.
No, Seneca County. I ran Seneca County. The last show that pretty much would be the equivalent to this would be, build-wise, would be Turn Back the Clock, the Washington Courthouse show in Ohio. So that was when we all went out with Imperials and got a little bit of a lesson taught. But I had a good time. Once again, I was out on a track with a lot of big names. I mean, Toby Hiley, his dad, Doodles, Iselman, all them guys, and
that's a tough crowd there.
Yeah, I mean, it's so. By no means, I'm just beyond excited. I mean, I'm kind of short for words right now because I can't wait to get down there, get out there, and start checking around, looking at stuff, and get on the track.
And that's one negative, Ben, is us not getting here earlier, is you don't get to go look that car over because
the car's not even here yet anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for them to get here.
Yeah,
true,
it's
true. But it's going to be a nice ride, and it's going to be tight, put together well, and it's just going to be a riot to drive that thing.
And I think I saw your car when we were pulling in, the yellow number 33R.
Yes, dude.
How about that for a surprise?
Pretty awesome. I mean, Ricky's color, Ricky's number, it says in memory of Rick on the back of it. And just for Rick, I'm going to drive it wide open.
You don't have any choice but to drive it that way here, though.
Well,
I'm driving wide open with it.
if I find somebody with a spray can, 33R will go on that wagon if it's all right. But
There was rumors that they were going to have a number put on it, and I told them to go ahead and put 425 on it just in case you chickened out.
yeah, yeah, we're driving like 80 all the way here, so
It was crazy getting here. I'm not gonna lie, Josh. We left our house. We left our house at noon. We had an award ceremony for my kid this morning, and then last night, my daughter Kelsey spikes 100-degree fever. So Melissa has to coordinate both the day off and then turn around and make it for the afternoon so that she can get there. My dad came over and sat with her while we went to the award ceremony. I kept Kelsey for about an hour and a half through the course of the morning, and then Melissa came back home from school. We got on the road at noon. We went to Alfred's College to pick up Bob Apgar, who came down with us. From there, we went to Brockway, Pennsylvania, to pick up Bo Lockwood, and then from there we came here, and we made it in literally just in the nick of time.
You definitely made it in the nick of time. When you guys pulled in, I just busted out laughing because Ben was driving, and I could see it on Ben's face. He had been flat-footed the whole way here. I knew it.
It was all business. It was all business on the way here.
oh yeah,
I'm excited for Ben. I mean, what a great track. This track just looks awesome. I love how the stands are all the way around the track, so there's actually not a bad seat in the house here, I don't think. And when I snapped in here, we pulled in the corner. 4 vehicles pulled in right next to us with trailers. 3 red lines and a Baldwin. And I'll tell you what, talk about getting excited as soon as you pull in. I mean, I hear them cracking off, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm ready right now. You can just smell the racing fuel out there, and it's going to be a good night tonight for sure.
A little bit of a look at the track. We'll go ahead and adjust that a little bit so you can see it a little bit better.
Want me to?
No, you don't have to do it right now. We'll have where'd Bob go? Bob's got some work to do. He's got to fix that camera
Taking a nap,
for us.
I think.
I mean, we literally just made it. Could you take that front camera looking at the track, just pitch it down a little bit so everybody can get a good look at the track? There we go. A little better look. You see the Uke tires that have been buried into the track. This is a big, wide facility, plenty of room, and 8 divisions. So there's definitely going to be some diversity out there.
The thing that interests me about these tires, actually, because we don't have a lot of tracks with these tires around us. Where we run, it's all concrete walls everywhere, and concrete walls to me are frame benders. I mean, you hit the wall and you bent a rail. And a little bit interesting here, if you were to drive into the wall, these are hard.
Better to be on them than into them. It'll save your frame, right?
That's true. Trust me.
He's gonna punch me.
These ones you'll bounce off of, though. I think these rubber ones, you pretty much bounce off of them.
Yeah,
you're not going to bend frame rails with those.
You're not going to hurt
no,
your
it's a
car.
cool concept. I mean, I think I actually like it. I mean, except for the little divots in there when you
The gaps.
the gaps. But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, I shouldn't say other than that. That's a bad choice of words. But I mean, it's just an awesome track, and it's a different style of barrier that'll be pretty wild to run on.
I dare you, Ben, to back up to that corner over there, and I want you to run all the way over to that corner and hit somebody tonight. If you just get one shot.
You don't have to, Josh. You don't have to dare me. It's. I'm here to put on a show. They want me to put on a show. I'm going to put on a show,
No doubt,
and
no
that's
doubt.
what they're going to get.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt. Exactly.
if I got told the chiropractor's down the street, so
Yeah, on call.
on call.
for you.
So, I need a little adjustment to drive home. That'll be all right. But
Tomorrow I'm taking my kids over to Splash Lagoon, so I'll be relaxing in the jacuzzi there. So if you want to just ride up with us, Ben, you can just relax.
I got a wedding to go to tomorrow.
No, you're not making it. You're not
I got
making it.
Fulton to go to tomorrow.
Oh, you're not making it. Fulton. They don't start till night, though. You're all right.
Fulton starts at 5 o'clock, so I want to be up there between 2 and 3, which means I got to leave the house between 12 and 1.
That'll be roughly the time you get there.
That'll be roughly the time I get home. Yeah. Everything. I unloaded everything today, and got everything on the chargers. I haven't stripped any cards, but I got spare cards. Worst case, you need to have power before you have to worry about space on the cards.
I gotta touch on it just way off base, but the weather tonight's like a perfect
Oh, it's gorgeous.
night.
We're in t-shirt. I'm in a t-shirt. We're all in t-shirts.
Yeah, we're in t-shirts. In t-shirts in the middle of October, and we're gonna derby. So it doesn't get any better than that.
In the mountains of Pennsylvania, which I thought we were going to have problems with signal. We've got a solid 4 bars. We've got no drop frames. Scott Brown is home putting in a new floor at his house, and he is lamenting the fact that when we were on our way across the bottom of New York State that we didn't go to Hamburg and pick him up too.
Not even close. We could have picked up a lot of people, but no, we were in a rush today.
That van was full when we got here.
Now you had a good load today. That was a good group of guys getting out of that.
Oh, yeah.
You had Bo with you, so that Bo gets out, he's like, it's like, oh, man.
The van was saying, help me a few times.
By the way, Bo had the chance to talk candidly. He's got some stuff planned for next year.
Nice. I'm
Holy
sure
cow.
he does.
Wait till that stuff comes out. This place here, New Alex Lions Club, this is all for benefit for the Lions Club. One of the most prolific fundraisers that they do is their bi-weekly demolition derby through the course of the summer, and then they springboard that into a season-end points championship, which was held about a month ago, and then they come back one more time for a cleanup show. And I don't know if you've been watching these cars coming through the gate. We've got a lot of fresh cars coming in here, too.
There is. And you know what? I've never seen so many Vic wagons out there. Have you seen how many pulled in? I bet there's 10 wagons. I mean, most of them are pre-run, but you don't see that many 80 Vic wagons around like that. But,
we saw some good derby cars coming down here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the line. If you just look at the line out there, I mean, every car that rolls in here is stout looking. Stout looking.
Are you directing traffic over there?
It's my son. Stay away from the wires. No, I want to say they're doing a lot of great things here because, as we were getting ready, I was talking to Aaron here, who is the president of the Lions Club here, and everybody here is a volunteer. Nobody's being paid. They have about 40 volunteers here, 80 altogether. 40 of them are Lions members that are all just helping. And they've been getting all new stands slowly and installing them. And they're down to the last grouping, which is down in front of us. But everywhere else is brand new stands. It's just really gorgeous. Really, they're really putting a lot of money and effort into this place.
I'm trying to figure out what's over there moving around. I hear an engine rumbling over there in the distance, but I can't figure out what car is underneath. It looked like it was a little bit folded already. We were joking with Bo that basically the limited well division that we're going to see a little bit later on is basically the Keystone Nationals and Clarion cleanup division, because those are all cars that have already run.
Right.
And those, which was back on July 19th, and then the week after that on July the 26th. And those were all really good cars.
Yeah.
They had to run in mud that was about up to the axles.
Oh, yeah.
And now we've got a track that is dry and pretty much wide open. There's no ruts, and I'm really anxious to see what they're going to do with that.
Todd Ciopap was telling me, I think every time he's ran this year, it's been muddy. It's rained and muddy. Yeah. But I got to say, when we were down at Brookville, man, it was, even though that place was slop, it was an awesome feature.
Well, it's got a nice clay base to it. I mean, that's one of the things that say.
The later that night went, the better that track got. And by the feature,
yeah.
Man, what a feature it was. What a great derby. And if we're going to see any of those cars here tonight, I mean, it is going to be
I've already seen some of them in the pits already.
Yeah,
they're going to be great to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
look at the line of people. If you look off to Ben's left, you could see just the line of people going all the way up to the street, still clamoring to get in here. And this is the season end, but they're going to do this again next year. And the car counts they draw on a regular basis for the bi-weekly program through the middle of summer, the car counts are outstanding.
Yeah, it's just seeing this as a cleanup show and seeing that many cars out there. I mean, we're used to seeing a cleanup show, seeing what, like 20,
like
25, And
what's really cool about this place is they're trying something different where they have set throughout the year all their derbies are going to have, and they're going to have a bunch of them. And usually that doesn't work because not enough people show up, but it started to become a thing here where everyone goes to those derbies all the time, and they always get great turnouts. And usually this hasn't worked in the past, but for this facility, it's perfect. But it's a great derby facility.
Yeah, definitely.
It's awesome.
I mean,
and I can see why, guys, if you said there was going to be 8 derbies here this year and you only had to go 20 minutes down the road, it's like, yeah, okay, boom, boom, boom. I'll just build cars. They're all the same cars, and just go run the balls off.
Right.
Sorry.
Well done. Well, on that note, we are the Crash Course Demolition Derby podcast out of Seneca Falls, New York. And we air Monday nights live at 6 o'clock. And then we take the show on the road when we get the invitations. And we got together with CiopapRacing.com to come out here and come trackside and hang out with you guys here tonight. And if we get over with before dawn, we're going to go ahead and probably do a post-race show too. But with the card that's on deck, we're going to be here for a while. There's going to be plenty of action. The quality of drivers that's in this neck of the woods is outstanding. And we've got some out-of-towners that have also towed in. Still trying to get a final entry list in, but at the same time, they've had such a parade of cars coming in, they haven't even come close to being able to catch up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a good
There's
thing.
There's a line of them out there just to get in here.
Good thing an inspection guy's got
They're running through two at a time, side by side.
Yeah, they got a shed with lights and,
Smart idea.
Yep.
Very smart idea.
I almost think we went by there so fast. I'm pretty sure there's concrete under it, so it's actually a pretty nice little spot.
There's no corners that have been cut here.
No.
I mean, the lighting here is outstanding.
I'm
jealous of this lighting situation. I wish some of these places that we went out and taped with Smashed Empire Films had lighting like this. This is outstanding. I mean, there's no shadows. And how does that make you feel from a driver's perspective when you see a facility that's got good lighting? I mean, you see way off in the distance, we've got good lights in the pits as well for helping you after the event's over with when you get loaded up. But on the track, having good lighting,
you don't even know how important that is because the last derby I went to, I mean, a local one for us, it's so dark there while you're loading and while you're derbying. You can't see if you got all those black bars up there.
What about in the Imperial Heat when the lights went out completely?
Okay, yeah. What do you do then? You just hold it to the floor. Some places
that's what Chad Winnie did. He just held it right to the floor, and somehow he was able to track you down.
Yeah, he got me. Fireball shot got me. But no, you're right. I mean, lighting is super important, and this will be nice to drive at night on a track this bright. It really will be exciting because you see everything you need to see.
Exactly.
On a dark track, you miss stuff, or sometimes you hit your friends because every car looks black. But out here,
it's not even that. Even inside the car, something minor goes wrong.
Very good point.
You're looking around, and in a dark track, you might as well stick your head in your pocket.
That's a good point because then you can look back at your tunnel, see if your tunnel's bumped or whatever's going on.
Right.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you: do you paint the interior of your car?
No.
Yeah.
What color do you paint it?
The brightest one I can put in there.
That's right, because it reflects every little bit of track light. Josh. Over here,
blind,
Josh, we're talking to you, buddy.
Okay. Yeah.
What we were talking about was painting the interior of the car a bright color so it reflects whatever ambient light you've got. So if you need to check something still like wires or connections or something happens inside the car, you can see a little bit better.
I could see that, but also I wouldn't want any glare. So
Wouldn't want any glare?
No.
Well, your future's so bright you wear shades at night. Anyway.
Are you jealous?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Moving on.
Shifting gears, as it were.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben had that minivan humming on the way down here. He said he was going to drive it like Mike Brown.
I knew you were going. When I saw it, I was like, of course, Chris let Ben drive because definitely he'd get here on time because you knew Ben was not getting here late. Whatever it mattered.
No, I drove. What happened was I drove for a while. Then we made a fuel stop, and then we traded. And Ben and I had talked. I was trying to save time and get the show set up in the car on the ride down. So that way, all that stuff was done.
Yep.
When we got here in the event, we were cutting it close. And I'm not going to lie, I panicked a lot when we got off the exit. And Bo goes, yeah, it's not 50 miles from here. And it was like 6:05. That's awesome. Thank you.
Bo was your map guy?
Yeah, he was the navigator from the
Note
back
to
of the
self. Not again.
No, Bo did fine. Bo did fine. I asked him where he was going, and then he'd lean over and ask Lori where we were going, and then she would tell him, and then he would tell me. Did you get that? They were driving Miss
No, I
Daisy
didn't see
today.
that.
It was really easy to get here too. I mean, it's
going to be easy going home.
Yeah, some of these places are
tomorrow morning.
Well, no, this is a real easy track to get to, and
I wish we could get into the pits and just because there's so much nice iron here.
Well, we're gonna be able to go wander around here in a little bit once we wrap this up. You know, we got 17 viewers watching at home, which is awesome. We appreciate that. Looks like all the links and everything are working well. What would be really nice is if they let us keep everything hooked up.
Yeah,
and we could show your heats. I don't know.
Whatever you want.
Hang on one second. We're getting some instructions from afar. Hang on. Got to make room for the track announcer real quick.
The Honorable White 4-door Chevy Cobalt, license JFL 6615. Please report your vehicle.
What we're doing is
Honorable White 4-door Chevy Cobalt, license JFL 6615. We need you to report your vehicle immediately. Thank you.
What we're doing is we are sharing a line with the track announcer. So they had to make an announcement to get somebody to move their Cobalt, so we had to stop talking for a minute while they did that. Because right now, not only are we live coming to you guys at home on FingerLakes1.tv, we are also live on the PA system at the new Alex facility here at the Lions Club, which is kind of cool, exposed to all these people, and it's filling up.
I just get. I shouldn't look at my phone because everyone likes to say things to me while they're watching this live.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't have that problem. Nobody texts me.
Oh,
it works out great.
I'm getting them.
What are you getting?
I'll handle them later.
Anything good?
No.
Come on, let me see your phone.
No.
Let's see.
You're more than welcome to.
Yeah, let me read some of them, Josh.
But Josh DeBevick wanted us to pick him up because he would have liked to come down and run down here. So I got to throw him a shout out. It would have been. Yeah.
You're in
Sorry,
trouble
John.
now.
John, how do you know we were talking about your? We could have been talking about anywhere.
Well, I was telling Chris on the way down, it'd pretty.
Well, we know John King's listening.
Thanks for listening, John.
It'd be pretty funny if we pulled in here and see the number 14 car sitting here.
They say they beg him every time to come down here, and they think he's scared, but I don't know.
Wow. Well, I don't know if Pete Hansen's
Not my
listening,
words.
but we'll find that out too.
Not my words, just what I heard, man. No, I don't
gonna go down
know.
a
They
second
would
here.
like him down here because again, some great stuff down here, and it'd be kind of cool to see Pete come down here sometime, or to Bevick. I mean,
Look at all the room that you've got to work with.
Josh builds awesome,
Oh,
just
yeah.
as good as Pete,
Yeah.
man.
So the Mad Russian posting in the middle of the night, wee hours of the morning, saying he's not sure if he's going to make it.
Yeah.
I have not seen that bright green Cadillac sitting around at this
I
point,
heard in the pits. I don't think so.
which is unfortunate. But,
Yeah, I was hoping to see him too.
but that's going to make life a lot easier for everybody else.
Well, he might be here, and I might not even know what I'm talking about.
It's possible.
you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
there's been a caravan of cars that have been pulling through the pit gate here since we went on.
Yeah, but his Cadillac's brighter than my phone in the middle of the night. So
Yeah.
Your phone is bright.
it looks like a solar
Your
flare.
phone, your phone is like the sun. Everybody was sleeping on the way back from Topeka last year, and all of a sudden there would be a red glow from the front seat. Everybody would wake up. Ben, what are you doing on Facebook?
No, Ben's phone was so big, I'd see him looking at it while he's driving. And it's like, Ben, you can't see. It's so bright, your eyes can't go from bright to dark, bright to dark. You weren't watching the road.
No,
We were in autopilot.
He planned that out. He's got the background of his phone's red, the taillights are red, so it's easy for his eyes to adjust. No problem. Ben's a professional.
You know, a lot of things happen on a drive when you drive to Kansas. You know, that's a long way there and back, you know.
Or Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas was a
Arkansas,
long way.
yeah.
Our short drive this year was to Ohio.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Kentucky didn't seem that bad, you know.
Actually, short drive's here.
Yeah.
This wasn't bad at all.
Short drive's
This
here.
really wasn't bad.
No, and
I'm kind of excited. A good weekend out for me. Taking the family out tomorrow. They're here with me tonight.
Jeremy Gully's watching at home. Jeremy Gully just
I love
informed me
Jeremy
that I am the greatest. And I informed that he is wrong. Josh Decker's the greatest. Second to Ben Haust.
Yep, I'll take that.
yeah, no.
Ben's gonna be a champion tonight.
Nah, we're gonna run it.
Ben, seriously.
So how tough was it to sleep last night thinking that you're going to sink your foot into a Baldwin here today?
I slept like a baby.
Just so you know, that Baldwin has 417 horsepower. I was told.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I'll look up the torque, but I hope you use all of it. You know, I don't know how many R's it hits, but let's just try to see where the limiter is.
I thought of Kenny Rosno. Super Dirt Week in Syracuse was last week, where the biggest modified small block sportsman campaign that is, really across the board. It is the premier modified program in New York. It's held at New York State Fairgrounds in Syracuse. I thought of Kenny Rosno when the sportsman guy who was running a crate engine has to run rev limiter chip, and he went onto the track without putting the chip in.
Oh.
Oh, really?
which
awesome.
you're not allowed to do. And not only did he set fast time in qualifying, but he also won the race, basically leading wire to wire. And they took the money away from him. The win stands, but they took the money away from him. And all I could think about when I heard that story was Kenny Rosno sitting on the side of the track at Blizzard Bash, honing on it, trying to get free when he took the chip out of the dash and threw it on the track.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, Ben, let's try to find out where that's set at tonight. And I know you're going to hold her wide open, but I already know you are.
Yeah,
You're going to love every second. Seriously, on the driver's side, driver to driver, you're going to start out backwards. You're going to say, screw it, just drive it both ways. What is your feeling your game plan is going to be? Because I know you're going to throw it out the window anyways. What's your game plan right now?
Yeah, there's always a game plan, but I mean, when you pull out on a track and they say go, you might as well just throw it right out the window, like you said. But
I think they expect more than 20 cars in your heat.
yeah, so I mean, it's
going to be a battle.
The most cars I've ever run against in the same heat is one year we had 34 cars in one heat. So, but this isn't even comparable because of the caliber of the car.
Oh, right. I was going to say state fair, but then you say that, and it's like, yeah,
no.
true. State fair. No.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just kind of tight for words because I'm excited for for it to get here. I'm excited to get down and
I'll
and
give
get
you that. You are
I want
tight.
to. You always want.
You should drink some Mountain Dew. That's what you need right now.
No,
you got to calm down.
Well, no, I'm just.
You know that hook in the back of your car where you hook clothes on if you're traveling long distance. You don't want to get wrinkled. You're familiar with that because you wear suits all the time at your autograph session. Ben had an IV bag right behind the driver's seat.
Stop. Jeez. Well, no, I'm just excited. I mean, I don't know how, and I'm not a microphone person, so I'm not good with words to start with.
You say that every time, but you've been on the show for a year. And you've been on there 40-some times.
Yeah.
You sound fine every time.
Yeah. But no, I just like you said, Josh. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out in the pits. That's a premier thing I enjoy doing, doing this with you guys, and going out and seeing the different stuff and talking to the different guys, and that's pretty much what I'm really looking forward to that.
I got like a million. When we get in the pits to go see
I got a ton of questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, I'm going to rip their ears. Like, okay, what did you do here? What did you do here? What did you do here? How did this work? Can you tell me this?
Got some more people that are checking in. Josh Stone, watching at home, says his picture's a little bit blurry, but otherwise it's pretty good. And Rick Clark, watching up in Canada.
Nice.
Awesome, Rick.
Nice.
Nice.
Rick also, another guy that's getting ready for Blizzard Bash. His focus is on joining Jason Brodzinski, Ryan Songalewski, and Peter Hansen on the Merit team that's going to be running at Blizzard Bash in Topeka.
It's been getting excited. Your Facebook, you start to see all these guys pulling stuff in the garage, what they're working on. I'm telling you that I'm getting excited for that show. I mean, that is going to be just...
You better be.
Well, man, I'm excited.
You're gonna have to handle the pay-per-view commentary while I'm working in the arena.
Yeah.
Done. Done deal.
But it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting to see that that high of a caliber of show and guys, they got bare frames sitting on their lift right now, and
they're getting guys like Rick Clark's coming from Canada, Pete's coming from the far side of Pennsylvania, like on the Jersey side.
Yep.
I mean, it's really pulling people from all, and we already know the tags are there, and guys from Washington. Mm-hmm. They're getting guys from literally all over the country now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just awesome. Yep. Awesome. That's what Derby just needs to keep elevating like that, It's exciting.
Al Crockett weighing in out in Massachusetts, so that's cool. He said that he's the only reason that he's texting me is because I said nobody texts me. Thanks, Al. You're the best. Ben picked up a new car today.
What'd you get, Ben?
His mom, who was always very complimentary about his appearances on the Crash Course podcast, has got a car that she has taken off the road now that is bound for Ben's garage.
Nice.
Yeah, she got a surprise when she got home, and my stepfather bought her a brand new Chevy Malibu while she was out today down to my house visiting, and
she just stumbled on a 2011 Malibu.
Yeah.
Thought, hey, why not?
So I inherited the Crown, the Vic. So I guess now I got a body to put on the frame.
Did you buy her that Vic a long time ago just to make sure you'd get it in the long run?
Nope.
No.
So all those things that Ben said about free cars, the days of free cars, no longer existing, out the window.
What year is it, Ben?
96, I think.
I thought you were going to say like 08.
No, I'm just using it for the body. That's all it is.
We saw a two-door box Ford on the way down here.
Yeah.
Dude, I found a Cordoba right on 22. Did you guys say you saw the round headlight Cordoba? I seen a New Yorker. I seen a bunch of Diplomats.
There's a bunch of Diplomats in this way up off the road. We saw a couple of I think it might have been a St. Regis and a Diplomat sitting way up off the road on a farm.
I seen a 1, 2, or 3 Buick, two-door Buick. I see some. There's iron down here. Ben, your car's coming. I think this is Ben's car.
Seen a lot of Buick Roadmasters.
Yes, we did see a lot of Buick Roadmasters. That's no lie. We saw a lot of those. Those Buick Roadmaster stock is way up right now after that one fall brawl here a couple weeks ago. John and Terry King.
Kick Josh off the show. I don't
There's
want
a war.
Josh on the show.
There's a war starting on Facebook.
Dude.
We might have caused a problem. Joker is upset. Tell Rick Clark to put down the podcast and get working on his junk for Blizzard Bash.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Joker.
Joker, when they were working on that wagon, they found that one of the spindles was a little tweaked. So they went to the shelf and pulled these spare Joker spindles
Yeah,
out.
I heard that. He's like, luckily I got a spare set laying around. It's like, you do? You do? I want to start working in that garage,
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
if that's their spares.
I would just like to point out that we were able to set up today without the assistance of any of the Russians.
Yeah, no, we did good today.
we did good.
Yeah,
The table and the chairs was already here. That was already set up, so we just had to plug it into power. We were good to go.
in 13 minutes.
13, that was fast.
That's
That was
fast.
You're a machine, Christopher.
Just barking orders, telling everybody what to do, and when they say how, I just ended up doing it.
If I yelled loud enough, you think the Ciopap would start that wagon right there just so we could hear it? Because I know we did.
That's actually one of the things that people were saying was. One of the things that people were saying was we are a little bit echoey, and I'm hoping that maybe we can get that straightened out here.
How about that? That was better on my headset. I can hear.
I hope so.
Yeah,
It was one of
actually, we've seen a pretty cherry Etzel on the way down too.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. It's on my phone.
And after I seen the last one run, I
Pat
want
Osmond.
one myself.
Pat Osmond is not going to make it down here. His plan was to come down to be part of this show here,
on, Pat.
and he's not going to make it, unfortunately. But he's on his way to Ohio because he's got to pick up a couple Derby cars out there. But he does wish you guys luck. Bunch of people
Nice.
saying good luck to you guys when you get out there. Josh, of course, going to be running the yellow 33R. It looked like a Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Thunderbird.
I'm gonna wide
like-
open it.
Like 88 Thunderbird, not 63 Thunderbird.
Yeah, no, not 60s. Nope. No, I'm just gonna wide open it. I'm not here for a show. So.
Yep. And then you, of course, you've got the wagon. That I believe that's it over there. It did just pull in. I don't think that we can see it though.
Ben, I'll tell you, you know this for a fact. If someone starts pounding on you, you know it's on purpose because that thing is bright. Look how bright that is in the dark.
Yeah.
If someone starts pounding on you, it's not a mistake. They're pounding on you. You know what I'm saying? As a driver, when you start getting hit by the same guy, it's like, yeah, this is. You know what I'm saying?
It's not unexpected.
Yeah.
It's
oh no, it's
not
trust
at all.
me on that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hit tonight.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
all right.
Don't come in here thinking that you've got a cakewalk in front of you. That's for sure.
Hey.
But I that's when we go to a lot of these shows, Ben, it happens out there. You get guys that will come up to you afterwards and say like, I was gunning for you from the beginning. It's like, yes, I understand. I know that. I remember you the whole time.
That brings up an interesting story that Ben told before we got to Brockway, Pennsylvania, to pick up Bo Lockwood about the last time he talked to Bo Lockwood.
Yeah, actually.
And this was in Cuba, and we almost had the year pinned down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was. It was last year we ran Huntington, West Virginia, and came back up, and First Total Destruction did Cuba that one year. And pretty much we're all there with, I wouldn't say pro mod cars. I mean, they were just weld cars. But I was there, and Frank Palmer was there. Tori was. I can't pronounce his last name.
Muscarella?
Yeah,
Muscarella.
Yep. Bo Lockwood, and there was one other guy there. It was a small heat, but no, it ended up being a pretty excited heat. And
Bo was in your heat?
yeah,
Oh man, you guys fighting it out
he had
there?
a Lee Sprung Buick there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you guys went head to head, or?
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
nice.
we derbied. I mean, it was like I said, it was like
You think Bo's got
exciting.
hard feelings?
all right, hang
You think
on.
that Bo's got hard feelings?
Okay, if we're not going to tell the story, I'll tell the story. So Mike Adams was on the track with you, right?
No,
No.
Frank.
Frank Palmer was on the track, and they caught Bo against the wall, and they
Okay.
proceeded to pound on Bo.
Okay.
To the point where he got out of the car and came over and had choice words for Ben and Frank about why they were picking on Bo and had him pinned against the wall. At which point
Yeah.
they said, "Okay, it's just Derby," and it happened another time or two. Through the course of the
do you know
Derby.
who you're talking to?
So
when
then
you're
they
doing
went.
that?
So then they went into the pits, and Ben goes up to him and says, "Now, if you're one of the, how'd you word it, individuals, I suppose is the PG way of putting it."
Basically, I said if you have anything to say it now. Don't get on
Go to the internet.
That's awesome.
But you know what? It was one of them heat of the moment things. You're on the track.
I thought
you're
it was
all
a
wound
great story.
up. But that's not taking anything away from anybody. I mean,
No.
Bo's a hell of a nice guy. He's just. We just got talking. It's like.
Listen, the heat of
It is what it is.
In the heat of the battle, when you're getting pounded by two guys and you're on the wall, everybody gets a little upset about that.
You get upset.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and
I
that's
mean,
understandable.
think
So,
about how-
so basically, everybody got back in their cars.
Oh, yeah.
And you started again.
Tori got pulled off the wall, and we pretty much finished the Derby. So, all in all, in the end, it was all good. So,
So if you ask Bo, he'd say he owes you one. Is that what
Yeah, probably.
Oh, no.
Probably.
Is that what he says?
Probably.
Yeah, I owe Ben one.
This didn't come up in the car.
Well, of course, you're going to keep it in your back pocket.
No, I waited until we got it on the show.
No, it don't matter.
No.
It's the,
Bo's a good guy. I don't think he would even get
No.
upset.
Yeah,
He sat in the right rear third row seat, and Ben sat in the left front seat.
It's far away. It's so funny.
you guys, you like stirring shit up.
No, there's no drama on this program.
No.
Ben, never.
Or in Demolition Derby for that.
Nope. Drama-free zone.
Or they, dude, Silva's got some iron rolling
501
in right
car.
now.
You recognize that 501 that just
And
pulled
they
in?
got one behind it. They got one behind that, I believe.
I believe that's the car that he had at the Buffalo Stampede.
Yeah. Yep.
The stock show that Scott Brown and Johnny Gullo put together up there at the Erie County Fair in Hamburg, New York. That car was on the trailer behind the Anchor Bar in
Yeah,
downtown
they
Buffalo,
fired it up.
and they fired it up.
It's awesome.
At lunchtime. They were ringing the lunchtime bells, just honing on that motor, and it was just screaming.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Well, night is setting. We're about, give or take, 50 minutes away. And you know what? Right on cue. And they pulled in just a few minutes ago, and it's 10 after 7.
Yeah.
So that car was going to get here right at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
And, I mean, they still got a bunch of cars through inspection. They've been pushing cars through inspection,
there's
but they're
still cars
lining up.
pulling in.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Got to give a huge thanks to Todd Ciopap and Aaron, one of the guys that's one of the event planners here at the new Alexandria Lions Club Fall Cleanup Show, for helping put all this stuff together. It came together fairly quick. The ball started rolling at the Keystone Nationals in Brookville, and then here in the last week or so, it really picked up some steam, and we were able to get everything together so we could make this happen. And
Aaron's
we're
been
excited to be here.
so great to us.
Awesome.
I mean, since they brought it up to us till today, and just everything's been cool, VIP, and it's been very nice. Love it. Appreciate it, guys. And of course, I hope we definitely they've been awesome to us too. Every time they're
I can't
so
thank
great.
them guys enough. I mean,
No,
it's
just some great people.
Has been great. And I'm planning on right now, if we can get a couple of the winners, that we're going to have a post-race show here tonight. Now that we've got the audio stuff straight and all the parts and pieces, the moving parts and pieces anyway, are in place, we'll just kind of let them go and not touch them and go from there.
Agreed. Sounds good to me, man.
What bumper was on the front of that Thunderbird? I didn't look.
I'm not sure.
Does it have a steering wheel in it?
Yep.
Okay, you check that far.
I put my helmet in it. That's as far as I got. I'm gonna hop in it, pull it on the track, and flat foot it.
Is that the new helmet?
No, I
Is
still.
that still the one that has the masking tape holding the vent shut in the front?
I've been saying for the last probably 9-10 runs I was gonna get a new helmet, but at the end of the season I'll get a new helmet.
You're just waiting for the Ciopap to give you one that they've autographed?
Or today it'll just break on the steering wheel when I hit it. It's got a split in about 4 spots and it's all spider webbed and stuff. I keep running it. It's safe.
Sounds fine.
It's shell approved. It says.
Pay no attention.
Whatever it is.
Scott Brown just said that he has wagered on one of the Chevys. It is the Steve Ciopap Chevy. So he's not betting on you. And good luck.
I think it's a different class.
Fire it up. They're working on your car right now.
I know we had sort of planned on trying to book a couple guests here as we worked through the pre-race portion of our program tonight. But getting back there was still a lot of stuff going on in the pits. Not just simply the unloading and getting through inspections part of it, but there are people that are working on this stuff and checking every last nut and bolt, crossing every T and dotting every last I.
You know what's interesting at a show a little bit bigger this size is they're doing it on a Friday night, and the reason for that is just where the place is parking is hooked to a church, and church has church on Saturdays, so they can't have it on Saturdays. But they're really trying to condense a lot into a short amount of time because they open the gates at 5:30 because guys getting out of work. And they're pushing the show back to start at 8, but you got so much iron here. Then the negative side of that is we're going to be here till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm pretty sure, because you got to expect 45-minute heats. I mean, especially including taking cars in and off the track.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say nothing,
Yeah.
Nothing happens tonight where it drags it out. So,
I think if you get a half-hour heat, you're going to be fortunate.
yeah, I don't
foresee that.
Unless there's only a couple cars in something because it's pretty wide open. But even in that case, I don't.
But the rules here let you build pretty strong,
But
no matter where you are.
They have an 80 stock class tonight. They have. You're right. There's going to be a couple of them classes are going to be full 45 minutes to an hour. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be long enough to where you want to, bring out the cell phone and order a pizza if you're an hour early, pretty much.
You know what's kind of excited about this though is like as you start to get to this next tier where you're about to have an hour-long heat.
Yeah.
Like there's days you just show up at the derby track at Derby, but it's almost like you got to start taking care of your body a little bit better. You got to start hydrating, make sure you get something to eat. There's derbies I didn't even eat all day. You drink water, be right before it. you got to start taking care of your body when you're out there for an hour long, because your adrenaline's going for an hour, you're sweating for an hour, you can't drink anything for an hour.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
We talked about that when we were at Bash for Cash, that, no different than a UFC fighter or a boxer, that when you're out there for an hour, your body goes through an adrenaline dump.
Oh.
Yeah.
Suddenly you realize that you got to hold yourself up on the steering wheel, and you'll see that just about everybody has that dump at the same time, and the pace slows down.
Yeah.
And then a few minutes later, that pace picks right back up.
Well, you ever notice, like, Ben, when you have a red flag comes on a track, and you sit back in your seat for a second, all of a sudden your feet are shaking, or your leg is shaking, or your arms are shaking. It's like, yeah, relax for a second, relax. You gotta slow yourself down sometimes, because you're out there for so long and you're just concentrating. You're concentrating, and you have to step yourself back sometimes.
Well, yeah, and I mean, this is fortunate tonight because it's in the evening. It's a night derby. It's a little bit cooler, but normal derbies, I mean, just the heat itself. I mean, the intense heat that's inside that car when you're running, and let alone run that car for 40, 45 minutes.
Oh, man.
And it's just that on compounds on top of it. I mean, and you're 100% correct, Josh. You have to you got to hydrate. You got to take care of your body.
Yeah.
And otherwise you're going to be. I mean, we've seen it at several shows. Guys just slump right over.
Yeah.
This year.
Yes.
And,
remember last November when the guy that won the raffle car got out of the car?
He exhausted.
He was a puddle.
He was
I mean,
spent.
he was
Yeah,
just
he was
just a
spent.
puddle.
They had to help him out of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just spent.
But really, that's so exciting for the sport. Like, as you see it growing, there's different parts of it that grow too.
Yeah.
As
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think of it, Ben. 10 years ago, did you care about what you drank or ate before you went on the track? Or nah, you just whatever.
No, you just
But
went
now
on.
these guys, I bet, are concentrating a little bit better on how they take care of their body the day before the derby. Because then again,
agree.
especially the older we get, the next day, if you don't take care of your body the day before, the next day you're definitely gonna have to take care of it because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna be sore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody has the fortune of running in a derby and then going to a jacuzzi.
Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm excited for it.
Hey, all the power to you. All the power to you. But I 100% agree.
I anticipate some comments on that.
The thing, yeah, I anticipate it too. The thing is like I'm interested to see like tonight, Ben, how you actually feel in the morning, because I talk to a lot of guys that run hard cars like this all the time, and they laugh at me. It's like, I don't ever soar in the morning, and the couple times that I run hard cars,
Those are the guys that are
sore.
also running racing seats with 5-point harnesses.
Now, I get that, but think how many derbies I ran this year, and how many. I mean, I run a lot of derbies this year. You would think my body would be kind of normal with it, but when I went
No.
to Bird Island,
No
it was
way.
like I took a couple shots, and it was like, whoa, where am I?
Well, look at the bruise you had on your back.
Where am I right now? And it's just it's kind of interesting to see. I'm just interested in how you're feeling today, because the last time you were on Seneca, you're used to the cars bend. Your cars ain't bending tonight, man.
No.
You had soft landing.
You got plates on plates, I think. You got plates on plates. You got to bend.
I'm just, yeah.
It's just exciting.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
I mean,
No.
These cars here are like the style car I like to build.
Yes.
And
we knew it. That's why when they said they were going to let you run it, it's like, that is the perfect car for Ben. A stock car you really wouldn't be excited about. I know you would. You would, but not like you're going to be excited about that thing right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. I mean, once we found out that Brian dropped out and like 6 or 7 other guys weren't going to come, Ben, I mean, we were really excited to let you have that car.
hey, you guys are terrible.
No, Ben, I definitely want to watch you run it, man. I want to watch you run it.
No, I told Chris on the way down, he wants to run it, he can run it.
No, I'm
Chris
scared.
can run it,
Not even lying. Not even
Chris
going
and
to
I, trust me,
And-
I tried for about an hour to get Chris to run it.
No, you did? You were telling me that you're telling me, no, don't do it. That car's too hard for
Hold
you.
on.
No.
I wasn't done with my sentence. But then I thought about it. Because Chris should run the stock car. And I'll tell you why. Ben, tell me if you agree or not.
Because it's a softer car.
Let's say you
You're
go
not gonna
to
get bounced
your
around
first
so bad.
derby ever. Would you want to stick them in? Now, powertrain-wise and car-wise, yes, you'd say Ciopap's. But as enjoying the first derby he'd have, he'd probably have more fun in a stock car just holding it to the ground and smashing it than...
No, because I have all intentions. If I ever was the opportunity to hold it to the ground in that thing over there, I would do it too.
Okay. Ben, you're out.
No.
Okay.
You're out,
But I
Ben.
told you, I'm too scared to do it.
What would it take?
What would it take? Ben not being here. It's not fair. He's all amped up about it. I don't want to do that.
Ben, you're out.
Hey, it is what it is.
No.
No way.
It is
I'm not
what it
doing
is,
that.
man.
And there'll be, hey, you never know. You might get another chance. Now someone else is
No,
hearing
we
this.
talked-
It's like
we-
when
we
Bobby
talked-
Brockway builds you a car, you got to run it.
Yes, that's
You know?
that
Yeah.
would happen.
Brockway, you know?
Yeah, Blizzard Bash.
Nope.
No.
I don't think that's a good idea. He's already got a full team. That wouldn't work.
No. Would that be awesome?
No. No, it would not be awesome.
And then you were awesome. What if you were just the best driver ever and you didn't even know it?
Well, that wouldn't happen. We know that wouldn't happen.
You don't know.
But no.
It could be in your. Could be in you. It's in your blood, man.
Listen, how many derbies have I watched to be able to study?
4,000.
To be able to study up. Ben and I were talking about this on the way down. To be able to watch and just sort of
Do you
digest.
ever sit when you watch those videos? Serious question. Do you ever sit there and watch a certain driver and just kind of watch how they finish a derby or something? Because I do it all the time.
No, I never do that.
No.
No, I haven't taken the video that I watched and studied it and tried to learn how to do things and figure out how to make a car turn with no steering, or what this guy does in this situation, or what this guy does in that situation, or what Ben Haust does when he's driving through cars. No, I don't study any of that stuff at all.
But I can think of a lot of derbies where I'm out there on a track, and let's say your car dies, and I just get so focused on watching some of the better drivers to see how they're going to finish this thing.
Ben, how did you explain it? We were talking about it in the car.
What's that?
When you were talking about how I watched all the video stuff, and I have a
Well, Chris, you have the ultimate perspective on it. I mean, you're sitting normally 9 times out of 10, you're sitting in an elevated spot. You can watch the whole track. You can see everything's going on, and you basically can learn from other people's mistakes.
No doubt about it.
Without sitting in a car. So the learning curve that way isn't much of a learning curve. You know what I mean? He's
now
on.
The next thing is to turn it into action.
Exactly.
Now you know it. Now go drive it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
And that's where I told Chris that it'd be better off in a harder car that way.
You would think he'd be better off in a harder car?
Yep.
No.
Mistakes are less forgiving.
Yes, I agree with that.
Or more
but
forgiving,
I
I should say.
don't know if
I
he
said
would
the same
enjoy
thing.
it.
I said the same thing.
I don't know if he would enjoy it as much.
I think he'd be so amped up he wouldn't feel anything for days.
You know what? You're on the topic of that Bobby Brockway thing. What would happen is if some ungodly stroke of fate that did happen, they draw DMP in the first round. That would be a poor decision.
There's so many tough teams. I really can't wait till that derby. I mean, think of the names we mentioned.
Do you see the 43 sitting over there at the pit gate? You know who that is?
Yeah.
That is one Davey Chapman.
Nice. I think so.
That's going to be a guy that you need to watch out for. He is
Looks a little
remarkable
bent.
driver.
Looks a little bit
No, that's just broke in is what that is.
broken. Yeah, right.
It's seasoned.
Yeah.
It's like good firewood. Well, our plan.
There's a little bit of truth to that, because I think if you have a car, like for me, I started thinking about this the other day when we had on Jason, when he was talking about he runs one car all year. And think about if you put a drivetrain in a vehicle that you really love your drivetrain, and you get to keep running it and fine-tuning it every time, there's a little bit of truth of becoming seasoned. Because look at me, I take a Chrysler, I put it together, I smash it, I pull everything apart, stick it in the next Chrysler, then I stick it in a Chevy, then I stick it in. I don't ever get to try the exact same thing over and over and over and fine-tune it, because I bet some of these guys are getting into really fine-tuning them cars while they're running them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying there, Bill Dunn?
And you get fix-it plates.
Well,
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, it makes a big difference when you don't have to tear down and completely redo something.
and you're fine-tuning your carb, you're fine-tuning your timing,
Exactly.
there's just that little stuff where now all of a sudden you're running perfect, you're running all night, you're running hot. I mean, these guys start separating.
You become familiar with all the
Your drivetrain.
little quirks, you know?
Yeah.
We were talking on the ride down about derby engines. Would you prefer an engine that has really high compression or has compression sets that's fairly low? You don't get an aftermarket motors enough to worry about it, right?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't even jump into that one.
Do you have a preference? You just want it to fire up so you can go hit something again.
At the end of the day, it matters if it runs hot.
Well, something that stays cool and it's reliable.
Yeah, that's it.
Is what it comes down to.
So, we've had a couple guys this year. Ben, you know a guy that had a motor that just, it really screamed. It sounded like real good, and then he gets out on the track and it just wasn't there, but it was all high compression. And I don't know, and sometimes it sounds good when you're pulling it off the trailer, but then you get on the track and it doesn't translate on the track. I mean, to me, at the end of the day, it matters if when it's hot and it shuts off, does it fire back up?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Oh,
What
yeah.
was your take? We were up in Wadena, Minnesota for the Grand Slam show. Do you have any thoughts on Mike Worth's motor?
Oh, my God, the best motor I ever heard. Mike Worth 888 is his number.
It's from Iowa.
I'm telling
JYD.
you. Now, there's another one of his teammates have a motor exactly the same. It's just, I think he broke an axle or drive. I forget what it was, but we didn't get to hear that motor that day. I'm telling you that this is the nastiest motor there is out there, sound-wise. It was ear-piercing. He could not, just to watch him drive it, he would hold on the steering wheel and step on it, and the car would just go. I mean, I don't think he could really, I don't think he could really decide where it was going. That's how much, I mean, God, and I was watching the wheel spin on this thing, and he's running 488 gears, he told me in the back, and the tires are blurry. They're spinning so fast. And then he's going forward and neutral, backward. I'm like, oh, my God, you know. It's I can't wait to hear that Blizzard Bash. He promises that he's flat-footing it the whole time. Yeah, so I'm saying that out loud right now, so he doesn't have a choice. He has to flat-foot that all of Blizzard Bash because that motor is so nasty. And I'm telling you, I'm going to talk about it that day before he comes out.
Can you imagine it indoors?
It's going to be insane.
It'll be ear piercing.
Yeah,
There's going
ear-piercing.
to be bleeding ears in the grandstands. It's going to be nuts.
And he told me a little bit about that motor, and when he said it's like, the next one you find, I have to have it.
That 3-car ran.
It ran in the heat.
It ran in the heat and it broke. I mean, basically 3 shots in, but it did run. Because I had the roof camera on that thing, and he went halfway across the track. It was JYD's team of 4 against that team of 3, and all the colors were mismatched. Mm-hmm. And he caught him just about by the nose and threw him into the corner like a dog that wasn't liked, and drop kicked him again. And at that point, he just sat there.
I think he broke a drive shaft or the yoke in the drive shaft, something like that. He broke, but again, the awesome thing about Blizzard Bash is there is not a non-awesome motor there. I mean,
no weak links.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
There's no corners cut there.
And guys aren't scared to blow them up.
No,
I mean they're running them. That's
we saw that.
That's why you're using that motors for that night or that weekend. So I mean, guys are pushing them right to the end.
Yeah, I mean we watched a brand new 6.0 Baldwin get blown up,
and the kid didn't care.
No. And he dropped it off and said, "I'll be after my new one."
Ben's car just got unloaded from the trailer.
Perfect. It looks like
you got someone in here.
Yeah,
come out.
Thought we were getting the sign. Yeah, perfect. That's what we planned. Yep.
5 minutes, perfect.
All right. Well,
awesome.
we won't say. They got some stuff to take care of at the track.
There you go.
So we're only got about 4 minutes or so left, and that's going to conclude our pre-race show.
Ben, when this ends, buddy, it's game time for you. It's game time for you, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Listen,
that's awesome,
man, I'm telling you right now, I'm taping it with my camera, so you better just flat-foot it that whole time. You better flat-foot that thing. And Todd told me we could run it as hard as we wanted to. Well, he said if it blows a radiator, it should go 45 more minutes, and we will find out. That's what he said to me. And he said stuff will not come apart, but if it does, don't be scared. Just keep running it until she don't move no more.
Remember we were in Kentucky and you could see the sparks coming out of the stacks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, shut it down. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Ben, if you see metal flying in the sky from the inside of that motor, shut it down.
I bet you can't do that. Remember how Jason Koch talked about his motor was having a hard time turning over because the fan was pushed over far back on the block?
Yeah.
If I saw it, I wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, Ben, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to make payments back to pay that thing off because you know that thing is expensive.
It sounds like you're playing with house money. I wouldn't worry. I would just go run it.
I'm not intentionally going out to junk anybody's stuff.
No,
I don't think. Were we insinuating that?
No.
That wasn't what we were saying.
And they're so cool about it.
But
they said run it as hard as they would. I mean, they're so cool about it. So no, I'm just busting your stones.
It is what it is, Ben.
It is what it is.
You want to be a ladlehead? You have carte blanche to be as ladlehead as you wish.
I thought of that last night. I was like, I wonder if Ben will drive like a ladlehead. You know?
Yep.
Well, we'll be screaming for you from up here, man.
Yes, absolutely.
That's good. I'm going to be seeing a smile ear to ear.
I seen the leaf spring pack in that thing. I'm telling you can run backwards for a long time. A long time. I zoomed in on the picture today, and I'm like, oh, man, that thing's going to be able to take some shots in the back.
Just like the other one.
Yep. Yep.
I would say it's eventually going to belly on you, right? Eventually it's going to belly on you.
Yeah.
It might.
You know?
We'll see.
It might.
Try to get as much as you can out of that SOB.
Could happen.
I'm calling Ben winning with no steering. That's my...
What's that?
I'm going to call it.
You're winning with no steering.
You're going to win a derby with no steering. You're going to Pete Hansen it.
Pete Hansen it?
You're going to Brett Relay it. That's got to be a compact.
That was Ben's wagon.
Yeah.
I thought it was a weed whacker.
No, they got lawnmowers coming up here in just a little bit. Actually, that's it for us, pretty much. That was our quick hour, fast hour. We're going to be back here in a little bit with a post-race show. Stay tuned. Keep an eye on Facebook. I'll let everybody know with some updates, and we'll get some pictures for you guys. We appreciate it. Exciting show. Only about a half hour away from start time here at the new Alexandria Lions Club Fall Cleanup Derby. This is the Crash Course Podcast presented by Ciopap Racing, and we want to give a big thanks to Bo Lockwood, Aaron, Ciopap Racing, helping get us here. And guys, I wish you the best of luck tonight. Be safe.
We're smashing cars.
And, I know you got a lot of support back home, and everybody's waiting to hear on the report and the results. That's going to do it for us here trackside. Thanks a lot, and we will see you a little bit later on tonight.
DerbyParts.com, GH Graphics, and their Junket Apparel line. The 2015 Bash for Cash, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, Memorial Day Weekend 2015. Blizzard Bash 2014, November 14th to 16th. Topeka Expo Center, Topeka, Kansas. Ciopap Racing and CiopapRacing.com. And the new Alex Lions Club.